All right. So final video for training here, right? Unless we decide to add some more. The final video for training is talking about exporting video. So you've set up your system. You got everything running. Created all your rules, right? Something happened. Use the search tools to find the video that you want. Now you want to share that video either with law enforcement, with your boss, on Facebook, on YouTube, I don't know. You want to share this video. So you got to get it out of the system. You got to export that video from the system. So NX Witness has a lot of flexible export capabilities. You can export single video. You can export multiple videos at the same time, multiple cameras at the same time. You can use different formats. You got variable speeds. You can embed system generated information like timestamps, custom logos and images, custom text, operator info, right? So it's a really flexible way to export video, and there's a lot of options. So let's go over it real fast, right? So let's find some video that we want to export. Nick touching a kettlebell, maybe. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, there you go. Nick lifting the kettlebell above his head. Sure. So we go here. We scroll down into the part of the video that we would like to see, right? You know what? Yeah, whatever. So let's just select a random 5-second clip, right? So we've got the 5-second clip. Go to export video. So from a single camera, export is fairly simple, right? You can add timestamps. If you add timestamps, you have options of changing that timestamp's location, the size of that timestamp. If I want it to be bigger, I can increase the font size. Right? It really depends. It's up to you guys how big you want that font size to be. You got different formats as well for the date and the time. So a long one is going to give you the day, the month, the date, the year, plus the time, plus PM or AM. Short's going to give you a shortened date, the US version of it, where you have the month in front of the day, which makes no sense, but that's the way we do it. So you have month, day, year, and then time, and then PM and AM. ISO 8601 follows the ISO 8601 format for time, right? And RFC 2822 follows the RFC 2822 format for time. So you get all these choices. You can add an image, right? So if you want to put our logo on all of the video that has been exported, by all means do that. We are happy. But you can also upload your own, and you can adjust the opacity of that image. So it's basically like a watermark. Right, so if I wanted to add, I don't know, some other picture from my computer, and I'm not thinking of any good ones right now, so we'll just pick a map. So I can overlay a map on it. I can change the opacity here if I want to. You really have a lot of options in terms of image. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Add text. You can put in whatever text you want on this exported video. So if you want to enter in the event, a description of the event, that is occurring, you can totally do that, right? You can increase the size, the width of the text. You can increase the font size, right? Make it completely unreadable. Make it really readable. Totally up to you, right? So let's get rid of that. The final thing you can do on a single video export is what we call rapid review. This is a feature that was requested by a cool customer. Basically wanted to watch production monitoring on rockets. So what you can do with a long video, so let's say I want to see all the things that have taken place in the system since I set it up yesterday, since we started this training, right? So let's go in and select all of it, or you know what, we'll just do today. See how busy I was today, right? I disappeared for an hour right now. So go to export video here, let's go to single camera, let's go to rapid review, let's get rid of the timestamp. I'm going to take this a 9-hour video, and I want to make it 30 seconds. Right, so I go 30 and I go seconds, right? Wow. So it's going to increase the speed of the playback 1,171 times, and it's going to be 1 frame every 39 seconds, and it's going to generate a video based off the whole day, right? Under format, for all the different single video exports, you have the option of doing MKV format, which is the Matroska. It's the way we store video locally. You can do audio video interleave or AVI, MPEG-4, NOV, which is Network Optics Video file, or an executable. And an executable allows you to just send someone an executable zipped package. They can open it up on their computer. They don't need to install the client, and they can use the client just like they would if they were an existing user, but without being connected to a system. The executable actually allows you to connect back to a live system too, so it's pretty cool. So rapid review, export that, right? Just to give you guys an example of how it works. So it's taking 9 hours of video right now, and it's crunching it down into a 30-second video. And you can see how fast it is, right? So that's one thing to think about with our system, is it is quick. When you're done exporting, you will see that information in the that file show up in the local files here. So you can see I exported before a video layout. If I double click on that, it'll open up the NOV file and show me the specific video I exported. In this case, I just did a rapid review, and that one's here. So if I open that up, you can see 9 hours of video in 30 seconds, right? So there's me eating like pomegranate, and then I disappear for a while because I had a discussion, maybe some lunch. Came back in, Nick and I getting to work. Here we are making videos all day long, relaxing, lifting up a kettlebell here in a second, I'm sure. Yep, there it is. Protein shakes coming and going. Rapid review. So that's how you export with rapid review. Single video. For multi-video export, you grab the videos that you want, right? You go select the time frame that you want. So in this case, I'm just going to select a smaller, let's say 30-second clip or 20-second clip here, and I go export, right? Go to multi-video, and you can see it gives me a preview of the video that I'm going to export. And I've got 2 or 3 different settings for multi-video export. I can make it read-only. That means I can make it so that this cannot be modified. You can only view what I've sent you, right? In an NOV or an executable, you can't change the position of the cameras. You can't modify anything in it. Protecting with password, I can add a password which makes me put in that password in order to be able to open the NOV or the executable file as well. So it's a way to protect that information that you've exported. So that is it. That is how you export video from the system in both single camera and multi-camera or multi-video situations. Nick,
yo,
any questions?
Is there any like meta information stored in that thing, like metadata?
Metadata.
Straight video file.
In which one?
Like if I were to export a camera or anything like that, like will it tell me what camera it is?
It will not. Right. So when you export to an executable or an NOV file, it knows that information is included. So an NOV file can only be opened inside of Network Optix Media Player, right? An executable is the whole thing. So it will have the camera names and everything,
Okay.
right, of the cameras that it came from, because it looks just like a client. The only difference is it's not connected.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you were to, if I was...
I think what you're asking about is watermarking.
Well...
Like how do you verify the authenticity of the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not only verify the authenticity of the video, but then kind of like, for instance, I'm a camera manufacturer, and I want to be able to show someone like, this is exported straight from a client. How do I know that's your camera, not just like an SLR that you're trying to fake it? Oh, here in the metadata it shows Nick's Camera Company.
No, not to that level, because basically we're capturing stuff, writing it again, right?
Right.
We're wrapping it and saving it. So you're not going to be able to confirm that that's my camera per se, or maybe you can if you're the camera manufacturer, I don't know.
Or like
but one thing that happens is forensic analysis, right?
Yeah.
So if I've exported video, Nick, this is a good question. If I've exported video, how do I guarantee that that video came from and hasn't been manipulated?
Right.
Right? Okay, good question, Nick.
Deep fakes.
Good question. So what you do is you grab the exported video, right? So let's say this one here, I've exported like a 10-second clip, and I want to be able to confirm, right, that this is a video from our system, right? You right-click on that video file that you brought in and check file watermark, and it will analyze that video to see if it's contiguous and if it has been messed with, right?
Oh.
So this came from HD Witness client or NX Witness client. You can see some old hangovers from our old name.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the hardware ID it was on, right? License to, right? So you can see all the information and it'll match up. Yeah, that thing's authentic, right? No one has messed with this file. Whereas if I take a file from my local system, right? Let's say go here to pictures, go to GoPro, right? And grab one of these videos. I know there's one in here, even though it's hiding. All right, so I grab one of these, right? So here I am throwing axis, right? Right? So go check file watermark, right? Nope. Not from this system, right? So that's how you know that that you can check the integrity of the video inside the system.
Okay.
So exporting video, multi-video, single video, and thanks to Nick, watermarking. Right? Cool features.
Cool story, bro.
End of training, unless we come out with some more videos, which is probably likely. But we're constantly going to be adding to this training program. But we should have covered most of the basics, and you're going to in the certification test. You guys have the video in the links to the videos as well, or in the training section on my.networkoptics.com. You can find links to the presentation material, and you can find links in the presentation to the support articles, which talk about the information you need to know. So, thanks so much. See you guys next time.